If I asked you to define the kingdom of God in one sentence, most of us would pause. Not because it's unfamiliar, but because it's so central that we almost assume we understand it. Jesus spoke about the kingdom more than anything else. And yet, it remains one of the most misunderstood parts of our faith.
For many people, the kingdom of God gets reduced to one of two ideas. Either it's something that happens after we die, a future destination somewhere beyond this world, or it becomes something purely internal, a personal, private spiritual experience. But when you listen carefully to Jesus, you realize he is talking about something much bigger.
The kingdom of God is God's active, present reign, breaking into the world to restore, renew, and reorder life according to God's will. It is not just a place. It is not just a feeling. It is God at work. When Jesus begins his ministry, he says, "The kingdom of God has come near." Not someday. Not eventually. Near. That means the kingdom is already present, but not yet fully complete. It's what theologians sometimes call the tension of already and not yet. We see glimpses of it now, but we are still waiting for its fullness.
So what does this kingdom actually look like? It looks like the hungry being fed, the outsider being welcomed, the sick being cared for, the forgotten being remembered. It looks like justice that restores, not just punishes. It looks like mercy that lifts people up, not pushes them aside. It looks like love that is visible, active, and shared. Now, when people hear the word kingdom, they sometimes imagine something like a royal court, crowns, thrones, maybe a trumpet or two. But Jesus' kingdom shows up in places like a dinner table, a roadside conversation, a moment of forgiveness, a community learning how to care for one another. Not exactly what we expected, which is part of the point.
The kingdom of God also redefines power. In the world, power often looks like control, influence, or dominance. But in the kingdom of God, power looks like humility, service, self-giving love. Jesus doesn't rule from a throne of distance. He walks among people. He listens. He heals. He restores. And ultimately, he gives himself.
This matters because it changes how we understand faith. Faith is not just about what we believe. It's about how we live under God's reign. The kingdom invites us to ask, what would my life look like? If God's will were truly shaping my decisions, what would our communities look like? If we live this way together, the kingdom of God is not something we build on our own. It is something we enter, something we participate in, something we receive and reflect. It is God's work, but we are invited into it.
So the next time you hear the words, "Your kingdom come," remember what you are praying. You are asking for a world where God's justice is real, God's peace is lived, and God's love is seen. Not just someday, but beginning now. Because the kingdom of God is not just something we wait for. It is something we are called to live. So, we are called to witness the kingdom of God theology in our daily lives, as individuals and as a community.